Today we're going to look at the updated 58mm Tele lens from Moment, and we'll compare it to its predecessor, the 60mm. If you shoot with FiLMiC Pro, definitely check out our LUT Packs. We now offer Log version 2 along with Legacy Log version 1 profiles, so you get 2 for 1 in one LUT Pack. Please visit our website for more information. Link is in the description. Hey guys, Blake Calhoun here. Last year I shot a short film for the Moment Invitational using the older 60mm Tele lens. And to be honest, I thought it performed well. It helped create some nice shallow depth of field, and the image looked pretty good overall. At least I thought it did. A few days ago I got the new updated 58mm Tele lens, and this is some test footage I shot using it. I can safely say it's a far superior lens than its predecessor. The sharpness is excellent across the entire lens, and there's little to no vignetting. The new 58mm is a larger lens. They're both well built, but the new one is heavier. So here's the first test shot of a boring white wall. This is one way I thought I could easily test and see the vignetting. Now here on the 60mm, you can instantly see that the shot looks different. The edges have vignetting, especially on the right-hand side, and the entire image is softer. Here's a side-by-side to see the difference. And this footage was shot 4K, and I'm editing in HD, so I zoomed in to 100% to show the corner. The edges are quite soft, along with vignetting on the 60mm. And then here's the newer 58mm as a comparison. You instantly see more detail and no vignetting. And so I also did a few more tests shooting around my office. And I brought in my friend Spider-Man to help out. This first shot I was probably about 7 to 8 feet away. This is the newer 58mm lens, and I like that you can still get some shallow depth of field even from that distance. And then here's the older 60mm. It's a little bit tighter shot, of course, and then the vignetting and the softer image too. Here's the side-by-side comparison. And pushed in on the image, you can really see the better sharpness of the 58mm here, especially if you're watching this on a computer or maybe a TV. So for the next test, I just moved the camera closer. It's just a couple feet away now from Spider-Man. Getting some nice shallow depth of field from this distance, and again, edge-to-edge sharpness looks good and no vignetting. And then here I left the camera rolling while I changed the lens. So here's the native iPhone lens. The Tele definitely makes a big difference. And now back to the 60mm. The vignetting is kind of hidden here, but it's still there. And then the up-close comparison here really shows how the 58mm has more detail and is a sharper lens. The next setup, I wanted to see some sky and some clouds. So because I'm lazy, instead of going outside, I just shot through a window. First up, the newer 58mm. And here's the native iPhone lens. And now to the 60mm. Vignetting pretty apparent in this shot. And by itself, it doesn't look necessarily soft, but when you compare the two, the new 58mm is definitely sharper. And you can really see that in this close-up shot. Look at the wires especially. They almost look out of focus. Okay, one final test here using a slider dolly. And I brought the toy motorcycle with me. By the way, using a Rhino slider dolly here that's really cool. I'll put the link in the description, and I'll probably do a review on this in the near future. I'm using FiLMiC Pro, and I'm using the autofocus to more or less rack the focus for me as I dolly in. Now changing lenses to the 60mm. And at first glance, this shot looks very similar to the first one, but if you look closely, you'll see the vignetting. And as the other shots, the overall sharpness is just not as good on this lens. So I didn't realize how soft that lens was until I did this test. By the way, before someone says, hey, you saw the dolly track in the shot, if this wasn't test footage, you wouldn't see the dolly track. I was actually on the fence about getting this new lens. I didn't think it was necessarily really worth it, but after doing this test, I have to say, if you're on the fence, this is absolutely a really good upgrade. So if you're looking to replace your old one or just a new tele lens, this one gets a big thumbs up from me. Just as a side note here, I shot all the B-roll in this episode with the Osmo Pocket. Love the portability and the ease of use, but still debating whether the quality's there or not. I don't know, what do you think? Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.